So today is quarantine day 5. I took a shower today. Look, I washed my hair. I feel like showering and things are overrated these days because we never go out anywhere. So yeah, clean hair. Woohoo! I got a call from the doctor today. It was a very interesting call. They said that my COVID-19 tests came back negative, but seeing as all the symptoms that I had, a cough, a low fever, shortness of breath, that he suspected it could be a false negative and that I actually could still have COVID-19. So he still wants me to stay home. False negatives happen a lot in testing. Normally there's a very small marginal error for a false negative, like 0.001%. There's a higher margin of false negatives on the coronavirus test. Now, I am not an expert, so I will not go into it any further than that. I do know the number is still comparably small. So based on my symptoms, the doctor has decided to keep me in quarantine, even though my test came back as negative, because I still had a fair number of the symptoms, and he thought that there was a potential for me to have COVID-19. That does not mean it's going to be true for everyone, but the doctor felt that that was the right decision for me as his patient. So I'm still in quarantine for 1 week after whenever my symptoms decide to go away. My fever has been lower, but my cough is still pretty there. So I took a shower. I feel like that's the most exciting thing I'm going to do all day is taking a shower. I did some stretching. It was a nice day, so I sat on the porch in the sun and drank my coffee this morning. And who knows, maybe I'll do some water changes. Maybe something exciting will happen. I'm not sure. Here we go, quarantine day 5. Today I am having Chex for breakfast. I haven't had these since I was a kid. The water looks clear again. I don't even know if you could see it yesterday, but it looked a little cloudy, a little murky. So today the water's clear, which means I am going to do the rest of the tanks. I've done Gerhard's. I need to do little Liesel. Yeah, I need to clean little Liesel's tank. Hi, Liesel. Hi. And we need to do Klaus's. Hi, Klaus. Hi, Klaus. Gonna do a water change for Klaus. And Max. I named him Max. Is it a good name? Who knows? Hi, Max. You all the way in the back corner. They can't see how beautiful you are. They can't see how beautiful you are. So, 3 tanks left to do water changes on. And then, gotta still get out of breath so easily. Whew. And then nothing, because there's nothing to do anymore. Max's tank has been a little bit wobbly. It's been getting some low ammonia readings. I've been using Seachem Stability. It's bottled bacteria that helps cycle your tank faster. And maybe one day I'll do a video all about the nitrogen cycle, but not today. Hi, Fifi. Did Mommy interrupt you giving yourself a bath? Did Mommy interrupt you? Yes, she did. You know, as much as I love my animals, I love all of them. I love each and every one of them with every fiber of my being. But sometimes I feel like all I do is clean up after them over and over again and around and around. And normally I don't even think about it, but when I'm a bit out of breath, I start to feel it. I do. And I think it's important to recognize that, because that's the real limiting factor, in how many animals you can keep. It's however many you can care for and afford. And like being autistic, I think having animals to me is not like I don't have friends, I have lots of friends, but having animals to me is such an emotional support. So I wouldn't have it any other way, but it does sometimes catch up with you. A lot of people have been making these kind of fat-phobic remarks that they're gonna come out of this quarantine overweight because they've been overeating, and well, that's definitely kind of a bit fat-phobic. I've been having anxiety, nausea, and yesterday I was like, okay, maybe it's part of being sick, maybe this is part of whatever's going on in my body, but nope. Happened again today after Chex Mix. I ate food and just felt overwhelmingly nauseous. And looking back, it's not odd for me to lose a bunch of weight during stressful times, during exams. I remember looking at this one picture that I'd taken right before exams on my way to a Placebo concert, and like I was so happy. And then I took a picture exactly 1 month later after exams, and my face was just kind of sunken in, and I had lost like 10 pounds, and so I am suffering from anxiety, nausea, and that's not good. Really not good, because that means I'm probably more anxious than I'm consciously aware of. Gosh, this is getting deep. And maybe a lot of us are more anxious than we're consciously aware of. Who knows? Too deep for this discussion. So we had some thunder, and now it's raining. So I guess I'm not gonna be going on a walk, but I do want to duck out in the rain, and I don't have a waterproof camera. I'm not that fancy. I'm not that popular on YouTube to invest in a waterproof camera. But I just want to show you these flowers over here. Here we go. Our tulips are up and awake. Isn't that nice? Look at how pretty they are. Alright, well, maybe it'll clear up enough later for me to go for a walk, but we do have plenty of nice and lovely flowers in the yard. So the rain has stopped a little bit, and I'm out in the backyard. I don't think I'm going to be going on a long walk like I originally wanted, because it's supposed to rain on and off for kind of the rest of the day. But let's just poke around a bit back here, see what we can find. We have some lovely late blooming daffodils. They've got their pretty yellow faces on. Very nice. And then we've got some more over here. I shoved so many daffodil bulbs into this yard. Oh, that was a funny year. I've just put so many. I think I ordered something like 1,000 daffodil bulbs for our backyard. And now, when they all come up, it looks really impressive. The brambles are all green now. Just the various vines on the side of the lake. All their leaves have come in. And some of the big trees are starting to get leaves too. So here is a tulip poplar. And as you can see, its greenery is coming in. So it's kind of nice to watch everything green come in around us, even though, I mean, amidst everything, spring is here. I find one of the most comforting things to know is just that life goes on. In spite of everything, it'll go on even without you. And that's okay. But really, it's just nice to see that spring doesn't care about the coronavirus. It's here. It's happening. And I guess I'm really lucky to live in a neighborhood where I can actually be outside and enjoy the outside to a certain extent. I feel quite blessed. So we have these little pansies trying to sneak through with their little blue faces. Pansies are always so happy. I don't know if I bought any pansy seeds. Did I buy pansy seeds? Like, I ordered those seeds so long ago. I would really like some pansies. Dandelions, happy snappy dandelions. Despite the fact that they're an obnoxious weed, they're really pretty. And the fish are active in the lake. You can see the ripples. They're carp. We have a lot of carp in this lake. My neighbors have these big pink flowers in their yard. It's actually called a bleeding heart plant. I have kind of bittersweet memories of them. We planted them when I was a child after my mom died. So I always have mixed feelings when I see that plant. It's amazing how things just kind of get stuck in your mind like that. Like, I think it will always remind me of the time when my mom died. But at the same time, it's also a really beautiful flower to have in your yard. So there's lots of these little white flowers. Don't exactly know what they are, but they're cute. They're kind of carpeting the forest floor, so that's pleasant. Sometimes out here you find edible mushrooms. Pretty commonly you find wood ear mushrooms. Springtime is a mushroom time, so maybe I'll find some. Fall and spring are the mushroom times, but I don't know. Sorry, I can't walk very far without feeling out of breath again. So this plant is a really fun thing called a mayapple. I don't know why. It doesn't come out in May, and it doesn't make a fruit like an apple. So why exactly it's called a mayapple, I really have no idea. And these plants are wine berries. And in a couple of months, they're gonna have lovely, delicious fruit on them. It's a little bit like a raspberry, except for tartar. But wine berries are awesome, and I'm really glad we have them here. I walk barefoot. I walk barefoot a lot of places, and in the summer, it's a real hazard for me to forget my shoes when I get in the car. I never liked shoes. I never wore them as a child, and then I moved to New Zealand, where they don't make you wear shoes, and that was awesome. And ever since then, I've just forgotten my shoes, and my feet, I guess, just got really tough. More yummy wine berries. I'm so excited. So it's starting to rain a bit, and I'm heading back anyways, just because the trail turns uphill, and they're actually building a new development up there, much to my dismay and horror. Ooh, more berries. And one last look. Oh, hello, there is a spider on my daffodil. Happy daffodil with a little spider. Aww. Well, sorry to bother you, spider. Wow, that was cute. So I guess that's our walk. It lasted all of about 10 minutes, but that's about all I can handle at the moment. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Quarantine with me. Or I guess today is Stay isolated with me. Even if we're not exactly staying quarantined inside the house. Stay alone with me. That's what we'll call today. Thank you for staying alone at home with me.